Hey guys, it's Jacqueline Davison. I'm doing a new video today, something a little bit different. I want to focus on hypothyroidism. I wanted to share with you guys what has helped me lose weight and get healthier while having an autoimmune disease and hypothyroidism, and I also had an enlarged thyroid or goiter at the time as well when I was diagnosed. When I was first diagnosed, it was in January of 2015. I had a large lump in my throat. It was putting pressure on it. I would choke when I ate. It got to the point where I would cry because there was so much pain and pressure on my throat. When I had my numbers checked, my doctor said that my numbers were so low that my thyroid was practically not working, and that he would even suggest possibly getting the thyroid removed once I saw the specialist. That was my wake-up call. So I did tons of research, I read books. I didn't just listen to what my doctor said because he wasn't a specialist in thyroid disorders. He just did what his schooling had taught him. There are tons of doctors out there who devote their entire practice to thyroid disorders. And that January, I did a whole bunch of things at once that I started together all at the same time. So I can't really say it's just one thing that helped me. It's really a combination of multiple things that helped me. The first thing I found out about and read the studies about was the link between gluten and thyroid. I could go on and on and on, and I probably should do a separate video about the link between gluten and thyroid disorders, but I won't get all into that right now. I'm just going to tell you guys what I started, what helped me, and what could possibly help you too, and I believe it will. There's a lot of people who say, I've tried everything, but then when they list what they've tried, I'm like, no, you haven't. There's still more. So if you want to get better, like I did, I just kept trying things until I found something that worked. So in the middle of January, I went completely gluten-free. Warning on going gluten-free, I experienced a detox, about week to 2 detox, very irritable. Gluten is a very filling food, pastas, breads, pizza. When I wasn't having that, I was very hungry a lot. That went on for like a week or so, but my stomach shrunk and it became used to not having that bulky food anymore. You can literally eat as much as you want of the good stuff. Have as many vegetables as you want. Moderate fruit, you really want to have fruit in the earlier part of the day. Use it as energy and burning it off. Fruit, I did have some grains like brown rice or quinoa or quinoa, however you like to pronounce it, and then protein. So you can pretty much have as much as you want of the good stuff, but if you can kick out gluten and added sugar, you will notice a huge difference. You will notice a difference in your weight, you will notice a difference in your symptoms, you will notice a difference in your energy. Yes, you will experience cravings, and yes, they will drive you a little crazy at first because you have your body used to a certain amount of sugar. When you don't give your body that sugar, it's almost like it's upset, and it's like, give me more, give me more, give me more. Sugar is addicting. When you cut out that sugar and you refuse to feed the cravings, they go down, they go away. The minute you start benching on sugar again, all those cravings come right back. I also started a vitamin regimen when I went gluten-free. I suggest getting really, really good vitamins. I don't care like how much they cost. Cheap Walmart vitamins are not going to help you. You're not going to notice a difference. There's so many fillers. I know I'm saying like what seems like a lot of negative stuff, but I'm going to tell it to you guys straight because there's just too much sugar coating out there, and that's not going to help anyone. That's not going to get you motivated to do something like I was. And I spent the money and got doTERRA vitamins, which I love. You know, I noticed a big difference in my energy. Before I started the vitamins and going gluten-free, the weeks before, I would say about the month before, I was so low on energy. I was staying in bed for a long period of time. I have an infant, and she was younger then, and I didn't have the energy to take her on walks. So I started these. This one's a food nutrient complex. It comes with every single thing you need for your daily vitamins, minerals, has some herbs in there, and then it has a food complex which has superfoods in it. Find something good. There's a lot of doctors out there that sell pharmaceutical grade vitamins. Highly recommend looking into something like that. There's an online company called Nature's Sunshine that's been in business for over 40 years. They also sell very good supplements. I also was taking omega oils. This is very important. This is great for anxiety, depression. Your brain is made out of fat, so you really need these good fats. The plus about doTERRA's is that they have essential oils in them, which are great for healing the body and healing the cells. So I started those. I started gluten-free. I also made myself an essential oil roller bottle. Call it my thyroid butterfly blend. And I put peppermint, frankincense, clove, and lemongrass, diluted it because it's very hot oil, diluted it with coconut oil, and I rubbed it on my thyroid for about 2 months. Okay, so when I first started doing those things, I went on the Whole30 about a week later, I believe. I don't know if you've heard of the Whole30. If you haven't, I would definitely look it up. Look up Whole30 PDF. It'll come up with exactly what the diet entails. But I don't call it a diet because diets usually restrict your eating and diets usually aren't good for you. This is the type that just eliminates foods that your body shouldn't have for 30 days. It kickstarts your metabolism. It helps you retrain your taste buds pretty much. When me and my husband didn't have that sugar, my husband had an energy drink that he normally had after we were done, and it was so sweet to him now, he just dumped it right out. So you can retrain your taste buds to desire less sugar as well. The Whole30 is pretty strict. It is pretty difficult to follow. But what I say is, if you can't do it perfect, that's okay. That's okay. Just keep out the big stuff, the important stuff like gluten and sugar and dairy. Okay? Those are huge. A lot of people with thyroid and autoimmune disorders tend to have sensitivities towards dairy as well. You may or may not have that. I know I do. It upsets my stomach. If I don't have those things, my stomach is awesome. Okay, and also when I went gluten-free, all my stomach problems improved that I had since I was in middle school. Okay, so all doing the Whole30 strictly allows your gut to heal as well because it's not putting anything harsh in there. Let's see, what else? So yeah, I did that for a while, and I stayed really consistent. Within 6 weeks, my goiter went down. Like, as you can tell, you may see just like a tiny bulge, but it's nothing like it was before. I don't feel it on my throat any longer. If I do have gluten though, it's almost immediate that I feel the swelling and the itchiness coming back, and I feel fatigue. One way you can tell if you really have to live without gluten or dairy or any of those foods that can cause inflammation is to go without them for 3 to 4 weeks completely. And then for an example with gluten, go without it for 3 or 4 weeks, then have a huge pasta and see how your body reacts. Same thing with dairy. Go without it 3 or 4 weeks, have a glass of milk, see how you react. But just kicking out gluten alone will help people who have not been able to lose weight, because when you kick out gluten, you kick out a lot of bad foods with it. Your pizza, your fried foods, it's in a lot of things. Gluten's in soy sauce too, so I get, the gluten-free soy sauce, your bread. So you kind of learn you have to relearn what to eat, how to eat. But if you want change, if you want to get better, I know you can do it. It's just making a choice. Because I was much hungrier when I went gluten-free, not eating those bulky items that just filled you up forever and made you feel bloated, I started eating 4 to 6 times a day. I eat a ton of times, and I still lost weight.